Welcome back to Bloom and Stitch with Anne-Marie. Today's video is a part 2 of a 2-part series that I've been doing, where I've been doing a crochet tote bag. So the last video that I had, we were up to rows 14 and we were supposed to crochet from rows 14 to 24. However, for myself, when I did to rows 24, I thought I needed it to be a little bit more taller than it was. The reason why I did some extra rows on mine is because when I go outside, I tend to bring my crochet needle, my purse, my knick-knack, you know, probably a bottle of water, something like that in my bag. And so I needed it to be a little bit more bigger when we put the drawstring in it. You see what I mean? So instead of me doing from rows 14 to 24, I did from rows 14 to 31. And so I'm doing the last row now. And as is the last time, I did show you a top that I'm making to go along, that I made before to go along with my my tote bag, right? So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead. I still am on the last run. This is my headpiece for it. You saw that in the last video. It's a crochet do-rag that I made to go with the top, and I'm also making the tote bag to go with it. So I'm at the last row. If you need a reminder as to the kind of stitch that I'm doing, you could just go back to parts 1 of this 2-part series. I'm going to link it below in the description, and you could see exactly how the stitch is being done. I'll bring you back when I'm finished this row. I've been trying to find an angle where I could put my recording instrument so that I could show you just exactly how I'm doing the stitches, and this is the best way I can find. But while I'm doing this row, I want to go ahead and to just tell you a little bit about me. My name is Anne-Marie. Why did I say was? This is awkward for me because, you know, I don't usually speak to the camera like this, but I've noticed that I have some new followers, and I wanted to just go ahead and, you know, just let you get to know me a little bit. You know, some of the other channels that I've watched, I noticed that they're not very protective of their background, and that's okay. That's okay. Everybody has a different personality. Yesterday I did a soup, an egg drop soup. I think I did a video on the egg drop soup, and I'll put it in the description as well for those of you who want to make an egg drop soup. I did it very spicy because I'm from Jamaica, where we eat a lot of spices, and so I hope I'm not messing up my plans. And so let me put this out a little bit more. Yeah, so I did the egg drop soup because I have a cold. It's been lingering, and everything that I've been doing, I've been taking Dayquil, I've been taking emergency in orange juice. I must have had at least 3 or 4 glasses of orange juice this morning, like my own home remedies. Nothing is, the cold just will not budge. Anyway, so I did the egg drop soup last night, and you know, while I was doing the egg drop soup, I started to reminisce on how when I was younger, my mom was alive, how she would take care of me and just nurse me back to health. And you know, I miss that. She's not here with us now. God rest her soul. My last son is 21 years old. She died when he was almost 3 years old. So she's died, you know, almost 2 decades ago. And this thread, I miss her still. I miss her still. I'll tell you even more so because she was a single parent. to me. My dad wasn't around. My dad wasn't a present father in my life. He went abroad when I was very young. I grew up, I was born in St. Anne's in Jamaica, the Garden Parish. And I grew up just with my mother, myself. My mom has 6 kids. You know, I have other brothers and sisters, but they were living with their grandfathers or their fathers, or, you know, my mother's side of family. So I was the only one that lived with my dad, with my mom, and my dad wasn't one of those parents that wanted to be a part of my life. And she's passed away. He's still alive, but he has chosen not to be in my life, sadly. We've tried a couple of times, but sadly it didn't work. And so even more so now, I find myself missing my mother a lot. You know, especially when I'm sick and you just need that hug from your mom, or, you know, a kiss on your forehead, or something to say it's gonna be okay. You know, it's a tough one. Yeah. What do you do when you're feeling down and out? You know, when you're missing that loved one, what do you do? What are the special things that you do to pick yourself back up? I had a good cry yesterday, and it's snowing again today, so it's one of those days that there's no sun, it's snowing, so it's a drabby day, and my spirit is still down. And so I decided to crochet, because crochet, my plants, my dog, they are my therapy when I'm feeling this way, you know. So what do you do on the days that you miss that loved one? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so we are at the last stitch of the round. We're gonna go into this one and slip stitch, and we're gonna slip stitch to the middle of the stitch. Now you are supposed to be at round from 14 to 24, so this is the 25th round. For me, this is the 31st round. So I'll just do for your round so that you're not confused. All right. So we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we are going to do 5 more double crochets into the center. So you see, for each one of these, that has where you separate the 2 double crochets with a chain 1, you're going to put 6 of those. So this 3 chain 3 represent 1 double crochet. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what we're doing is to just make shells along the top. And then when you come to this part of it, this that separates, you're gonna slip stitch in there. Right? You see what we did? We slip stitch in there. And then we go to the chain 1 that we separated. So chain 1, and we double crochet 6 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're gonna slip stitch into that opening. When we slip stitch, we go again 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we slip stitch into this opening. Slip stitch. So far we have those little scalloped edge, and we're going to do that all the way around for this last one. This is the last row of the bag. All we're gonna do is to make after this, we're going to make the drawstring that goes through the tote and the piece that goes over your shoulder. Now you can decide if you want the piece that goes over your shoulder to be very thin or very thick, but when we come on to there, I'll tell you what I'm going to do with mine. All right, so I'll see you back. Remember, 6, let me do one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 double crochet into the chain 1 space, and then we slip stitch into that joining space. All right, so we slip stitch. There I have 4 scalloped edges so far. All right, so we'll come back when we're all around. So we're at the end of the round, and we're gonna slip stitch into the first chain 3 that we did when we started. We slip stitch and we cut off. All right, I have some stragglers here, cut off from the previous thing. And so this is what we have so far. See those scalloped edge? That's what we have so far. All right, so we are going to, I'm not going to do the drawstring. I'm not going to do the drawstring in neon yellow because it's going to be easy to dirty and to mess up. So I am going to do it in dark green. All right, so we're going to put this away. I have a little bit of neon yellow left. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that, but we are going to, before this one come off. All right, so I'm putting this on just to show y'all guys how it looks. A little bit quick. But anyway, so let's get on with it. We're going to chain stitch for 90 centimeters. All right, so we chain stitch about this 90 centimeters around. All right, let me show you how I start my chain stitch. I do a slip stitch first. There you go. Put in my crochet needle and I start. Hold on, what's going on? I'm not holding it right. Okay, so that's one, and we keep doing the slip stitches, the chains, until we are at 90 centimeters. When we are at 90 centimeters, I'll come back. Okay, so I've chained 90 centimeters for the drawstring for the bag. And so what we're going to do, we're going to slip stitch into each chain, starting with the second one, right? So you go into the chain, you pull up a loop and you pull and you pull through. See? Second one again. Let me show you again. Go into the loop, pull up, pull through. And we're gonna slip stitch going straight down. Slip stitch. And you pull through. And we're gonna do that straight to the end. And when you get to the end, we'll tie off and I'll tell you what next. All right, so this is what it should look like. Let me turn it around so you see what the drawstring will look like. That's what it will look like. All right, I'll bring you back when I'm finished with this one. At the end of the drawstring, and we're gonna close it off. All right, so slip stitch, draw it like that if you want. We can tie it in when we're finished, or you could do another knot to just keep it in place. And got it. I'm just being like this because I'm going to put something at the end of it when I'm finished. All right, so we are going to go into this hole. Okay, so the end of it, we go like this and through. You know what, let's do every 2 holes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Our drawstring, and we are now going to make the handle. So you can either make a handle that goes crossway or a handle that just goes over here. I need my handle to be thick because a lot of times the bag will have a lot of stuff in there for me. So I need the handles to be this thick. All right, with that being said, we are going to duplicate this stitching on the handle, if that makes sense. All right, so I'll bring you back, and this time we're going to do green again for the handles. Okay, so we're onto the belt, and because I want mine to be thick like me, I'm doing a thick bit. So I've already chained 9 stitches. I'm going to chain 9, 10, 11. I'm going to I'm going to chain 2 more. Make it 3 more. All right. And so that is 12. 9 plus 3, 12 chains. I'm just doing this from the top of my head. And then we are going to put a double stitch in the second stitch from the beginning. Double stitch. And we're gonna count 3 stitches from where we put the double stitch. So 1, 2, 3. In the 4th stitch, we're gonna do another double stitch. And a second double stitch. This will make sense as we go. And we're gonna do 1 chain in between, and into the same stitch, we're gonna put 2 more double stitch. I assure you it doesn't make sense right now, but it will. Trust and believe me. All right? Okay. So now you have 2 double stitch into this 1 stitch, separated by 1 chain, and then 2 more double stitch into the same hole. We are going to count from this one 3 more stitches. All right, so 1, 2, 3, and in the fourth stitch we're going to put another cluster. So another cluster of 4 double stitches separated by 1 chain. So this is 2, we do a chain and we do 2 more into that stitch. See where I'm going from there? Beautiful. All right. And then in that last stitch that you probably can see, we are going to go into that stitch with a double stitch. Trust the process. Double stitch, and we're going to chain 2, turn it around and pull it back in. Shh. And we're going to turn it around and we're going to put a cluster here. 1, 2, separated by a chain, 2 more. That's a cluster. And then we're going to go into the second cluster. Doesn't make sense to you now, but it will make sense. Trust the process. Again, you don't have to do 2. You can do 1 if you want to do that. It's just because I want my own to be extra thick, because I put a lot of stuff in my bag, so I want it to be able to hold it, and my shoulders tend to feel a lot of weight on there, right? Okay, so here we're going to look for the last stitch on the end, and we're going to put a double stitch in it. Double stitch, chain 2, turn your work around like so, and we're going to double stitch into. We're just going to repeat the process that we did. Hold on. We're going to repeat the process that we did for rows 1 and 2. So double stitch, 2 double stitch, separated by 1 chain, 2 more double stitch. See? And we have a third row cluster. All right, we're gonna go to the next cluster, right into that space there. And we are going to do, the single stitch at the side, chain 2, turn our work. So it's where we're going with it. It has the same design as your tote bag. Okay, so we are going to do 20 rows of it. So we already have 3 rows. We're going to do 17 more rows, and when I come back with the 17 more rows, we are going to do a small little border around it to make it look more uniform with the small amount of neon green that I have left. And then we attach it. All right, so I'll see you back. When I tell you I see seriously miscalculated, we are making this up as we go, girl. And the handle that I've made, this is 20 rows so far. This is 20 rows for the handle of the tote bag. But girl, 20 rows, and we need the handle to be 50 inches. 20 rows is almost 11 inches. That means we are going to have to do at least 80 to 90 rows of this. It's okay, the 20 rows was not hard to do. So we are going to do 3 times the amount Am I right? We are going to crochet these rows until we are at 50 inches on our tape measure. All right? So I'll bring you back. I need to go look about dinner. I'll bring you back when I'm finished with this. All right? You want to go throw the ball? Huh? Where's the ball? Where's the ball, mommy? Where's the ball? Where's the ball? Where's the ball? Okay, so we're back late. I prepared dinner and gave my dog a little bit of run time outside because she needed a little bit of attention. But I'm coming to show you that I finished the strap on the bag. I know it looks long because I want it to be crossway and I've gone ahead. I've used my needle and crochet thread and I've attached one side to here. Now don't worry about how this look. I'm going to adorn it. Just put a little bit of like a flower here to just make it look good when I'm finished. Not for this video. But if I don't want to, I don't have to. The thing is, when you're doing crochet and you're doing it for your own what should I say, you're doing it for your own mental health. It's your hobby. You could do what you want to do. You remember when me saying how I started off, there was a stitch that I missed. There was a stitch that I missed, but I'm easy on myself. I use my crochet as my therapy. And my therapy, when I'm going through it, there are a lot of things that can go wrong in your thing. The thing is to give yourself grace. So my crochet teaches me patience because a lot of times the pieces take quite a long time to complete. It also teaches me that not everything is going to be perfect, so not all my pieces is going to be perfect. And it teaches me again grace, right? So this is a little bit of it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put on the other strap on this and I'll come back when I'm finished with it. Now before I come back, I'm putting it on the opposite end of the bag. So if you notice, the drawstring is in the middle. The straps are on opposite end of the bag. All right, and you can put it whatever space you want it in the bag, but I typically put it 2 inches below the drawstring. That makes it easier for you. All right. Okay. Right, so we have our tote bag finished, and you're gonna see me, you're gonna be the first to see me wear this tote bag. But first, let me open it up and put some stuff in there. I'm going to put my son's headphones because he leaves them everywhere, a half ball of skein yarn, my purse, my knitting needle, let me see, my cell phone, my Vaseline, and my nail clip set. And I'm gonna close it and let you see just how much can hold in there. All right. There you go. All this stuff is in my tote bag, and I can put it this way. Now I'm gonna step back. Don't be crazy about my bottoms. I just put on the top here, so this is not the entire outfit, but I'm going to step back and let you see my tote bag for the first time. There you go. I can put it behind me, and if I want, I can tie it up a little bit just tie it up a little bit, my little style if I want to, and I can wear it like this. See there? Right. I can adjust it as to how I want it, and I can put it across my body. It works for me. It works for me. It's easy, very easy to make. Goes with my outfit, of course. And I mean, it can hold a lot of things if you want to put, because you've just seen what I put in there, right? I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to end the video here, and I'm just gonna say thank you so much for joining me. Blooms and Stitch by Anne-Marie. Thank you so much for all those who've watched this 2-part series. Watch me this summer for how I put together this outfit when I'm going on the town. Bye for now. See you in the next one.